The teaching of a child is tarbiyat al-qalb. It's teaching them to love their Prophet ﷺ. And the way you teach them to love their Prophet is by telling them stories of the Prophet ﷺ. Telling them who the Prophet ﷺ was. Telling them what he did for us. Where we got our guidance. This is all a gift from Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And these children have to learn this. And if they learn it, their hearts grow with love. And then love of his family. Part of loving the family is teaching unconditional love. It's teaching you to love somebody only because of their relationship to somebody else. And this is how you learn to love your own family. Because there's people in your family that you won't like. Really, there's people in your family you won't like them. You didn't choose them. But Allah chose them for you. And Allah said to treat them well because they're your family. And not to cut those kinship bonds because it's haram. So, loving the family of the Prophet. And then tilawat al-Quran. He didn't say, وَحُبِّي tilawat al-Quran. Because children don't like that. It's a hard thing to get them to do. Really, it's a hard thing. It's easy to get them to love the Prophet ﷺ. It's our nature. All of creation loves him. Every atom in the creation loves the Prophet ﷺ. The whole thing. He put rocks in his hand, they start saying Subhanallah. The animals complain to him. The earth complained to him. Really. I mean, the whole creation. Mount Jabal Uhud became still for him. There was an earthquake on there, and he said, Uthbut. Be still. تُزَلْزِلْ وَعَلَيْكَ نَبِيٌّ وَصِدِّيقٌ وَشَهِدَانٌ وَالشَّهِدَانِ. You shake, and on you is a prophet, a siddiq, and 2 martyrs, which is one of his karamat, mu'jizat. Because he was with Umar and Uthman, 2 martyrs. And the mountain became still. The whole creation loves him, so the children will love him naturally. Now the other hadith about teaching children says, teach your children 3 things. عَلِمُوا صُبْيَانَكُمْ ثَلَاثًا السِّبَاحَةِ وَالرِّمَايَةِ وَرُكُوبَ الْخَيْلِ. Sibaha is again about trust. What is the first thing that you have to teach a child when they learn to swim? What? Did anybody learn to swim here? What did you have to learn? You have to float. And what do? They tell you to relax, right? They put you on your back and they say, don't be afraid, just relax. Trust. Trust the ocean. Trust the water. Trust the water. What is water? It's the element of change. What is the world? It's change. Trust the change. You can learn to float amidst the change. Allah's change. He's the mughayyir. Trust it. Tawakkal ala Allah. Trust the one who changes everything. Learn to swim in it. Subhanallah. Subha is from the same root. Everything's in tasbih. Learn to swim. Everything's swimming. The planets are swimming. The atoms are swimming. They're all swimming. They're doing fine. The planets aren't bumping into each other. They're all doing fine. So you'll be fine. Just relax. Trust. Have tawakkul. And then teach them rimaya. What is rimaya? Why did our Prophet ﷺ tell us that? We've forgotten these sunan. People don't teach them sunan. The bow. Look at the bow. The bow is a secret from Allah. Because the nature of the bow is that it's bent. It's called qaws in Arabic. And inqiwas is bending. It's i'wijaj. It's crooked by nature. The bow is a crooked piece of wood. This is like the nafs. The nafs is crooked, and the bow is an extension of the self. And then the other thing is when you have a string on a bow, you can't make it too tight, and you can't make it too weak. If it's too tight, it breaks. If it's too weak, it won't shoot. The middle way. And then the other thing is the arrow is like the intellect. The arrow is like the aql. You aim and you shoot and you aim to hit a bullseye. And you shoot straight. So from the crooked comes the straight. We say in this culture, he's straight as an arrow. from the crooked comes the straight. In other words, from your own nafs, there can be uprightness. From your own crooked inclinations, you can make it upright by using it for the arrow of understanding. And the bullseye, the head of the goal, وَأَنَّا إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ الْمُنْتَهَى. The bullseye, the goal, is your Lord. Your Lord is the goal of your life. He's your hadaf. That is your goal. وَأَنَّا إِلَىٰ رَبِّكَ الْمُنْتَهَى. Now the other thing, Imam al-Bukhari radiallahu anhu was a master arrow. He was a master archer. And one of his companions said, I was with him 20 years. He used to shoot every day, and I saw him miss the bullseye twice in 20 years. Imam al-Bukhari. See, it's a himmah. Because Imam al-Bukhari he didn't miss the bullseye with hadith. I don't want to say bullseye, but he didn't miss the target with hadith. He was straight, and he saw straight people. He knew who was straight, and he knew who was crooked. So teaching them, and then the other thing about an archer is an archer knows if he misses the bullseye, he doesn't, but that stupid bullseye. Did you see that? It didn't catch the arrow. He can't say that. He said, oh, I was a little too far to the left. He knows the readjustment has to come from here. Because if you're a little off here, you're way off down there. And that's just like Islam. If you're a little off, down the road it shows up as way off. And the last thing he taught him was rukub al-khayl, which is teaching people to ride horses. Now khayl comes from an Arabic word which is khuyala. Khuyala is pride. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says that, He said, الخيلاء ردائي والعظمة إزاري فمن نازعني فيهما أو واحدا منهما خصمته. Al-khuyala is my cloak or my garment. In other words, exaltationness, pride, greatness. And magnanimity, greatness, is my izar, my lower garment. So whoever tries to fight me in one of those two, I'll break his back. The thing about the horse is like the nafs. And you call training a horse is called siyasa. It's the same Arabic word for politics. It's the same Arabic word for ruling a people. Because people by their nature are unruly. And so a great leader is somebody who knows how to yasusuhum. Kanu anbiya'u bani Israel yasusuhum. The anbiya of Bani Israel used to lead them. Bisiyasa. It's in the hadith in Al-Bukhari. This is siyasa. It's learning how to take a wild beast and to make it something that's useful. And that's your nafs. A horse is proud by nature. It's a proud animal. But like the man said to the sheikh, tell me about the nafs. I heard it was like a horse. And he said, it's funny. I look at you and I see the horse riding the jockey. I'm going to stop here, inshallah, because I'll just get in more trouble.